Okay, hi guys. Hopefully everybody can hear me and see me all right. First time using Google Plus for one of these webinars, so it's going to be quite exciting. Hopefully it all works okay. A little bit of housekeeping to start off with straight away. There's a bit of a delay between me doing stuff and you seeing it. So if you ask me a question on the Q&A section, then it might be a few minutes before I actually get back to you. It's also going to be recorded as well, so this will appear on the website and on YouTube as well. So if you have to dash off or something, the phone rings, then don't worry about it. You'll be able to watch the rest of it a little bit later. And I also do tips and a podcast on the website and on Twitter. So head over to that and you can get lots of SEO and social media tips. First of all, I'm John, by the way. I do SEO and social media training throughout the UK to marketing departments and individuals as well, and basically help people run their social media and also build a better website. So let's kick off. Let's go to the presentation. Things going right. Okay, we're going to be talking about increasing clicks to your website using the title tag. Now, I'm a big fan of the title tag, a huge fan of it. I think it's probably the most important part of your website, apart from the main content, the main gubbins of the website, all the pictures and images. The title tag is probably one of the most important things, and hopefully over the next sort of like 20 minutes or so I'm going to be talking to you about this and why it's important, and also give you a few hints and tips on how to create a better title tag as well, and hopefully increase a few clicks to your website. So let's kick off. Right, what is the title tag? Well, the title tag, for a start, isn't the on-page title of the website, not necessarily. Okay, so we could say that the title of this website is Bowling to Blame for ODI Defeat. Okay, but that's not the title tag. That's the title of the page. The title tag is slightly different. It appears in the code in the back end of the website, and it's surrounded by title, and it says BBC Sport dash cricket. Okay, and that's the title tag. Now, this tag appears in the little tab in your browser window, right at the top left-hand corner. So whatever appears in there is actually the title tag of your web page. Okay, and every single web page on your website should have a completely separate title tag, totally original for every single page. So you don't have to have the title tag as being the main title of your page. It's the little thing which appears in the back end. Now, if you're running a content management system, something like WordPress or Joomla or Magento for a shopping cart system, then out of the box, there's not necessarily a way to look after these title tags very well. What they tend to do, particularly with WordPress, is they'll take the name of a page or the name of a blog post, and they'll just use that as the actual title tag. So if you look at installing a plugin, something like for WordPress, there's Yoast, and there's also SEO Ultimate as well. And try and get a plugin installed into your content management system, which will give you a little bit more control over what you can put in the title tag, so that you can basically have a little box in your admin section, and whatever you put in that box will then appear as the title tag of your web page. And it gives you a little bit more control and lets you play around, and hopefully I'll explain over the next few minutes as to why that's important. So let's go. Why is the title tag so important, right? Well, the title tag is seen away from your website. It's predominantly seen not when people are browsing your website, it's when people are away from it. So it's seen in search results and social media. If you look at any search listings, you'll always get that little title thing. Now, Google doesn't always use the whole of your title tag to create the little search engine listing, but it might do, okay? And if it does, people are going to be engaging with that and looking at it and wanting to click on it and reacting to it as well. So it's really important that your title tag looks good and is clickable. It's also seen in social media, and this is quite important, because social media is obviously a huge thing at the moment. If anybody shares your web page, your website on Twitter, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, anywhere like that, then the title tag will go along with it. You click that share button and you tweet a page to somebody, And more likely than not, the title tag is what's going to be used in that tweet. So your title tag for your website and your web pages could be all over the place. They could be seen on social media itself, on Twitter, on Facebook, LinkedIn, all over the place. It could appear in blogs. It could be also in the search results as well. So having a really well written, really descriptive, and sort of like a little bit of a sexy title tag, something that's clickable, is really important. And the most important thing is we can forget about bots and spiders and crawlers and search engines and things like that. If the title tag's seen by people, then it's people who are actually reacting to the title tag. They'll read it, they'll look at it, and their brain will say, click on it. So you've got a better title tag, you will hopefully encourage people to click on your title tag and get more clicks to your website. So that's pretty much why the title tag is so important. It appears all over the internet, everywhere, and people will see it and people will react to it. So we can kind of like, in a way, almost ignore the search engines, because if our title tag is great for people, it'll also be good for search engines as well. So let's talk a little bit about constructing a great title tag. It needs to be sort of around 55 characters long, but that's a big ish. It doesn't have to be. I would say get the most important part of your title tag, so the stuff that means the most, the little key phrase and the little click to action sort of thing, the thing which says click me, get that within the first 55 characters of your title tag. Now the main reason is that if Google put on the search results your entire title tag, if they print it up, they only show the first 55 characters thereabouts. So if you've sort of like got your really cool phrase right at the end, it's going to be truncated with ... and nobody's going to be able to see it. So put everything that's good and exciting about your title tag in the first 55 characters. And use original text as well. Don't use anything that's copied from the content of your website. If you use a plugin and use one of these little plugins for your content management system, you have a bit more control over your title tag, so that you can actually separate it from the page title, the on-page title. Then you get another chance to be able to describe what your web page is about. It's another way to get another little phrase in, another little keyword in, a key phrase in there. So instead of just sort of like copying the page title or copying a little bit of text from the actual page of the website, it's nice to be able to spend a little bit of time and actually create something completely separate and completely original for the title tag. And it's also really important to use key phrases as well, and do a little bit of research on key phrases. If you've got a really well written title tag, you'll probably automatically have good key phrases in there. But it's really important to do some research. It's really easy to rank #1 on Google for something that nobody searches for. It's absolute doddle. It's much harder to rank for the things that people actually search for, and that's where the research really comes in. I'm going to show you a little bit of that now. So I'm going to use Google AdWords keyword planner. Now Google AdWords is the advertising thing for Google, where you can buy adverts which sit in the right hand side of the search results, and they give you a little bit of a tool which is surprisingly under the tools thing here, called keyword planner. And if you head over there, you can search for new keyword and add group ideas. So what I'm going to do is type in prom dress. Okay, we can then set targeting, so we can look at searching for prom dress in the United Kingdom. All right, you can pick as many countries as you want, and then you click on get ideas, and what it'll do is it'll search through what people are actually searching for based on that keyword and phrase. So what you'd want to be able to put in is maybe the name of your service or the name of your product or whatever it is you're selling. You'd want to be putting that into that box and getting some ideas on what you could be putting in your title tag, and also around the rest of your web page. So once it's done all the searching, click on the little tab here which says keyword ideas, and then what we get prom dress, and we can figure out that the average monthly searches for our targeted area, which is the United Kingdom, is 27,100, and it's pretty high competition as well. Okay, so there's the main phrase. What we can then do is scroll down a little bit and look at all the different phrases that people are actually searching for. Now, this is just brilliant. There's a lot in there which you'll throw away because it won't relate to your product or what you're doing, like a free prom dress maybe. You probably don't offer those, so you don't want to be putting that on your website. But this is going to give you a great idea on what words and what phrases to use in your title tag. And you don't want to go mad. You just want to use one. You just want to use one specific phrase which that page is specifically about. So we could look down here. We've got short prom dresses in the UK. We've got designer prom dresses, short prom dresses, backless prom dresses. The list goes on and on and on. In fact, there's 801 by the looks of it in total. So you can download this information as a spreadsheet as well. Take it away with you and sort it, filter it, look at it, and work out what the best key phrases are. But the main thing to remember about this is that these are the searches and the things that people are actually searching for. These are the key phrases they really do search for in Google. So when you're using these phrases within your title tag, within your website as well, you know that people are actually searching for them, which is well worthwhile. So do some research, really important. Do a little bit of research and use a key phrase in your title tag. Also slot in a power or sell word. Now again, you don't want to go mad on this because it'll end up in some big marketing speak, and everybody knows that marketing people ruin just about everything because they just put so many sort of like power words, sell words and things into a phrase. It'll just end up, well, won't look right with it at all. So use one, maybe two power words and sell words. Now what I'm going to do is I've got a list here of lots of different power words and sell words, and what I'm going to do is use this PDF and put this PDF on my blog post afterwards where this this webinar will sit, and you'll be able to download it and take it with you as well. So power words and sell words, they're things which sort of like work on people's psyche, and they help them click things like new and proven, improved, and convenient, benefit, guaranteed, now, powerful, safe, quality. You know the sort of words that are exciting, that help people to click something. If you see something like it's a prom dress, or it's a organic prom dress, or something, or it's organic cotton, it makes it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more interesting, and again, it encourages people to click on the title tag a little bit more. So I'll put this as a PDF download a little bit later on today. And you'll be able to head over to my website and download it and keep it and refer to it and use some of these words. So when you get a chance, use one, maybe two of these power and sell words to help you create your title tag. And after we've said all that, we want to make it read like a sentence, like a proper sentence. Again, forget about the search engines, forget about bots and crawlers and things like that. Just concentrate mainly on human beings, because it's, as I said before, it's the person, the human being, who actually reads the title tag, looks the title tag, and then reacts to it. And as it's away from your website, it's like a little advert, basically. So make your title tag read like a proper sentence as well. If you deal with any local searches and you're trying to hit local areas for your particular product or service, it's always a good idea to include a location or an area within your title tag, and again, before that 55 characters runs out, get that location and that area in there. If you're dealing with multi-locations and you've got a lot of branches and a lot of places, then you really do need a separate page for every location. It might sound a little bit tedious, but it is the best way to do it, so you can target each individual page at a specific location and a specific place. And again, do some local key phrase research. If I quickly head back to that AdWords planner there, when you click on this targeting section, United Kingdom, we can type in all sorts of things. We can put in West Midlands, and we can take out United Kingdom, and then you can actually filter the results by what the searches are just in the West Midlands. So doing some local key phrase research is going to be really, really useful if you're targeting local places, and you will want to use locality in your title tag. So we'll go back to the beginning again. Why is the title tag so important? The main thing is it is seen away from your website. It is a little bit of an advert for your website. So remember, it's going to be seen in search results, and it's also going to be seen in social media all over the web. And when you start thinking about it in that sort of sense, it makes sense to use the title tag separately to the actual web page title. If you put a blog post title in, it might be a huge long blog post title, and it may be way too long for the title tag, and it's not going to be very exciting, it's not going to be very interesting, and it's just going to be truncated eventually in the search results and on social media. It's going to end up being over 140 characters or something for Twitter, and you're not going to get the real benefit from it. So if you use one of these little search engine plugins like Yoast or SEO Ultimate for your content management system, then it gives you the chance to say something completely different for your title tag than the rest of your website, and that's really important so that you can attract people. And also remember all the time that humans engage and react to the title tag. Whenever they see it in social media and in the search results, it's not a bot or it's not the search engine that's going to be interested in clicking on it, it's actual humans who want to click on it. So so make sure you write it really well for humans. That's pretty much it. The title tag is exciting, I think. You can construct some really cool title tags that really work incredibly well, and practice. Do some A/B testing. So maybe have a page and set up a title tag, let it go for a month, and then maybe change the title tag and see how that responds as well. Do you go further up the search rankings? Do more people click on it? Do you get into a situation where you look at your Google Webmaster Tools, or should I say Google Search Console as it's been renamed, and when you look at your stats and everything, you see maybe that your one web page is getting lots of impressions. People are seeing it an awful lot in the search results, but they're not clicking on it very many times. It's got a very, very low click-through ratio. If you look at those sort of metrics, then you can decide whether you want to tweak your title tag, because a tweaked title tag could give you a much better click-through ratio on that page. So I hope it's been useful. Again, this is going to be on my website later. I do tips on Twitter every day for SEO and social media. So at John Tromans. And my website is jtid.co.uk, and I'll make sure a little bit later on that PDF of power words and sell words is all set up. So that's pretty quick, not too bad. I think Google Plus has worked. Hopefully be doing another webinar in June sometime and looking at some social media. So I hope this has been useful for you. Thanks for watching.